A letter to the offspring of Donor 2447. Dear offspring of Donor 2447, I have tried to say this to you in person, over the phone, and in countless deleted texts and emails. I always thought this would go unsaid, but after deepening my resolve, I decided to try one more time. So here goes. It's funny how you can feel like you have known someone since the beginning of time, except it's only been 7 years. Whenever we are reunited, it reminds me that our lives were meant to be interconnected. So much so, it is hard to pinpoint exactly where that connection begins and where it ends. So much so, the rest of the world cannot put us in the box they use to categorize siblings. So, most of the time we are just shoved in the box that holds the few people that match us exactly. The ones with just enough similar physical features to raise genetic alarm, but not enough for them to be considered family. The ones who will never get the validation from the place everyone craves it from most. Mainstream society. The same society that does not accept my parents, friends, and immediate family, because none of them chose to be modeled into what society wanted them to be. The moment I realized that if conventional society smiles and calls us adorable, she is tricking us into thinking she validated us, when really she is just playing with our emotions using her own thread. After that realization seeped into my brain, another one took its place. When that happened, I realized that the cycle of quick hellos that led to long guttural goodbyes would be worth it every time. Because in the wake of my salt-glazed eyes and the haze that followed hours of sobbing, a smog-covered path towards our next meeting would always appear. Because of that, I know that if I keep that reminder at the forefront of my brain, I will always get through the pain, one step at a time. And with that comes the knowledge that because we are all scattered across the Earth's cosmos, our connection has strengthened beyond belief. That is because we choose to answer the calls. We choose to skip days of school to fly across the country for coming-of-age ceremonies. We could have chosen to stay home and let the thread of our connection fly away, never to be seen again. But we didn't, and I don't think we ever will. It is a battle of will for sure, but one we always choose to fight. I never used to believe that our family connection, constructed by one man, 6 women, and a 4-digit number combo, would or could strengthen through the years. Honestly, I thought it would become weak and then fly away forever. But when I realized we have kept our connection alive for years, and in order to break it now, we would have to intentionally snuff the flames that created our bond, breaking a piece of our souls forever. I don't think that any of us have the emotional capacity to do so. Therefore, our squid ink colored thread can't be broken. When I realized how lucky we are to both love and like each other, I realized that we could never, ever waste our connection. If we did, that would be a grave mistake. Especially since there are so many people who aren't lucky enough to experience what we have. So, to the offspring of Donor 2447, no matter what the future holds, none of us can let the thread fly away. I know I won't.